Hey you! You're watching a clip from the DynamiteGizmo Podcast. This is not the full episode, but if you want to see the full episode, make sure to click the link in the description. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Do it now! Here's the clip. If you take a look to the screen right now, which I'm sure you've been looking this whole time, but this here, my friends, is a fight prediction sheet. Have a fucking tasty-ass look at it. It's tasty, isn't it? Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's tasty. That's tasty. Whoa, son of a gun. Okay, you got the early prelims, the prelims, and the main card, all right? This sheet is available in the description of this video, okay? Open the description, find the link that says Fight Prediction Sheets. It takes you to a Google Drive. You can download this, print off as many copies as you want, hand them out to your friends, and invite them over for a UFC fight night. You guys can watch together and vote on your picks throughout the night. Now, let me show you how it works, okay? I create these. This is my creation. This is my invention. Let's zoom into Dan Ige and Patricio Pitbull, shall we? Okay, so if you look here, you've got the number in which the fight is happening. Okay, you've got the weight class, you've got their names, you've got their Vegas betting odds, you've got their nicknames, you've got their fight records on the side, you've got the country in which they're from, pictures of the fighters, their ranks, their flags, okay? And then these vote and win check boxes. You check off vote for the fighter you want to win. You check off win for the fighter who actually does win. And if it's a draw or stoppage or whatever, no contest, anything else, you check off this box. Bada boom, bada bing. Now let's get into my fight prediction, shall we? We're going to start all the way at the bottom. We're going to start all the way at the motherfucking bottom. Let me just get these up and going. Oh, savage. Okay? So the first fight of the night, we got these two delicious women who go by the name of Carly Judas versus Nicole Cagliari. Okay? Not familiar with either of them. Carly Judas, okay? All four pro wins are by first round knockout. Okay? She's a southpaw flyweight with a lot of explosive power. But I've never seen this bitch fight before. Sorry, I don't mean to call you a bitch, but that's just how it is. And then this other girl, Nicole Cagliari. She's from Brazil. She's 8-3 pro record. She won the Contender Series via first round armbar. 3 submission wins overall. Her UFC debut was a split decision loss. So for this one, I think I'm going to go for crispy. I'm going to go for the Krispy Kreme donut. Now we've got some other guys that you may have seen before. They've been around for a bit. Bruno Ferreira, otherwise known as the Hulk. And then we've got Jackson McVeigh, the Moose. These are middleweight guys. They don't look like they're middleweights. They look like they could be welterweights or something. I don't know. Maybe if you get a closer look at them, they'd look better. But the Hulk, 13-2 pro record, 9 KOs and 4 submissions. His UFC debut was a first-round knockout against Gregory Rodriguez, like holy fuck, and has had a second-round submission via armbar. Whatever. Knockdown, he's got explosive power and aggressive pace. These are notes that I took, and I regret taking them because I did it very shittily. Jackson McVeigh, he's an undefeated fighter, pro record of 6-0, 3 wins by KO, 3 by submissions. And all 6 of his victories were by first-round finish. Now, it could go either way. I am going to go for the Hulk. I wouldn't be surprised if McVeigh took it. Actually, I kind of would. I feel like he's one of the guys who's going to lose his O this year. One of the other 19. He's going to be the 20th guy. Well, there's probably more than that now. Anyway, next up we got Ryan Spann versus Lucas Brzeski. Now, Ryan Spann has been in the UFC for quite some time now. He's a tall boy, 6'5", big, long reach. He's got 13 wins by submission and 6 by knockout. He made his UFC debut in 2018 with a win over Luis Henrique. He's had some other wins, He used to be in the light heavyweight, but now he's in the heavyweight, I think. Yeah, so there's Ryan Spann, and then there's the other Polish boy, the Bull. I voted for Ryan Spann, but I think I might go for Brzeski now. Anyway, Brzeski's a Polish heavyweight, orthodox striker, 9-6-1 pro record, 6 wins by KO, 1 by submission, 2 by decision. His debut was a loss, yada yada. He's had a few losses. Actually, maybe I will go for Spann. I'll keep it going. Whatever. Next up, we got Jimmy Crute, the Brute, versus Marcin Pracino. Now, Jimmy Crute, the Brute, he took a year or so off of UFC to deal with some mental health shit. He's had losses over Anthony Smith, Jamal Hill, Alonzo Menfield, but he did have a submission win over Paul Craig. He's had some first-round finishes of Sam Alvey and Modestas Bukauskas. As much as I want to go for the Brute, I think I'm going to go for Pracino. He's got more of a karate style. Whatever. That's who I voted for, I think. Yeah, I'm going for... Going for Prachins on this one. And then we got Fugit. Fugit. I'm going to do it again, bitch. Adam Fugit versus Islam Dulatov. Man, I took these notes so shittily. I usually have bullet points, but this time I don't. I put them all in a big fat fucking paragraph. Anyway. What does it say here? So, Fugit, his debut was a loss to Michael Morales, which is pretty expected. He's had a win over Yasuku Kinoshita. Most recent win was Josh Quaylen, but yada yada, whatever. And then Dulatov, German boy named the Ripper, 11-1. God, these notes are shitty, dude. Fuck the notes, dude. I'm just telling you who I'm voting for, because I can't read these notes. They're too clumped together. This is bullshit, dude. Don't ever make notes like this ever again. Okay? So for the 5th fight of the night, I'm going for the Ripper, Islam Dulatov. Not to be mistaken with Islam Makhachev. Okay? Then we move up to Gauter versus Valentin. Now, if you remember Valentin, he fought against Terrence Finney a couple months ago. And Terrence Finney, that stupid fat motherfucker, held him up against the cage the entire 3 motherfucking rounds. Did not move an inch. The most boring fight in UFC history. And I don't like calling fights boring, but what Terrence Finney did was absolutely disgusting. And we are seeing him come back soon, and I hope he doesn't do that shit again. And if he does, then absolutely cut that motherfucker. Now, I would like to see this Rob Zilla guy make a comeback, but this silent assassin motherfucker from Cameroon, he seems like quite the motherfucker. Okay? I don't know why I voted for him, because I can't read my fucking notes properly. But I did, so that's who I'm going for. So I'll just plop that in here. Now we've got Prado versus Vereteknaknaknaknov. Now for this one, I went for Francisco. Why? Because he's from Argentina. Okay, he's a black belt in Taekwondo, purple belt in BJJ. Debuted February 2023 and lost to Jamie Mullarkey Malarkey. Whatever, dude. Can't read my notes. Can't fucking read my notes, dude. Going for Prado. On to the next one. Vettori versus Allen. Now, if I remember correctly, weren't these motherfuckers supposed to fight? Weren't they supposed to, like, headline a fight night or some shit? What happened to that? I could have sworn these guys were supposed to fight already. Unless this is when they were actually scheduled to fight. I don't fucking know. Now, a lot of people are going for Vettori, but I thought I was going to go for Allen on this one. But I think I'm going to go for Vettori. Why? I don't know. You tell me. All right, now the featured prelim, I should say, Phillips versus Oliveira. Not the Oliveira you're thinking of. This is a different Brazilian. And I'm going for him. Pop that bitch in there. This is bantamweight. All right, these guys did a lot. They had a lot of fights and whatever. I can't read my notes, so that's what you get. Ooh, we got some good fights here. Ooh, yeah, look at this. We got Johnson versus Zell Huber. Who did I got on this one? I took Zell Huber. Why? Because Johnson is not a menace. He likes to say he's a menace, but he's not really that much of one. Whereas Zell Huber, he's the golden boy, okay? And he's Mexican. We need some more Mexicans for Mexican Independence Day. Golden Boy takes this fight. He can fight on the Mexican Independence Day card. Bada boom, bada bing. Now we've got Ige versus Pitbull. Now we all saw how Pitbull displayed his skills on UFC 314 against Yair Rodriguez. And it didn't go the way I expected it or anyone else to expect. We thought he was going to be a dominant force because he was such a dominant force in Bellator, but he was one of the two guys who proved to us, along with Patchy Mix, that just because you're a dominant force in Bellator and you have had the belt and defended that belt multiple times in Bellator, it doesn't mean fucking shit in the UFC. The lowest ranked guys in the UFC are mountains ahead of the champions in Bellator. That's how good the UFC is. Now, I'm not saying he can't win against Dan Ige, but Dan Ige stepped in on short notice, 4 hours short notice last year on UFC 303 to fight Diego Lopez and damn near won that fight. Now he's fighting against an almost 40-year-old Patricio Pitbull who couldn't display any sort of resilience against Yair Rodriguez at the beginning of this year. Now, would I like to see Pitbull defeat Ige and become ranked in the featherweight division? Yeah, of course. But I don't think it's going to go that way. So I'm going to go for Dan, the man, 50K Ige. And then we got Holland versus Rodriguez, the featured fight of the night. Ooh la la, I like this fight. We all know Kevin Holland is the most fucking active fighter in the UFC's history. The guy averages 3.7 fights per year, and that's just his average. In 2020, he fought 5 times. 5 times. Okay, and this year alone, I think this is his 4th fight this year, or maybe it's either 3. It's at least 3. Okay, but I think it might be his 4th. I'm not 100% sure on that. All right, so we love Kevin Holland. Great motherfucker. Another guy who's not chasing the belt. He just wants to make fucking money and fight as much as possible. And then we got D-Rod, who we just saw knock out Ponzinibbio and had that beautiful image taken of him as Ponzinibbio was falling in the background and he was screaming. Okay? But D-Rod also is a rapper, and he's going to walk out to his own rap song that is unreleased. Or maybe it's released now, but at least when he fought Ponzinibbio, he came out to his own song, and I didn't pay attention, and nobody paid attention, because who pays attention to the walkouts, especially on a fight night? So, when D-Rod comes out this weekend, pay attention to the music, because you're going to hear him singing or rapping his heart out, baby. Now, do I think he's going to win against Kevin Holland? I honestly don't think so. But guess what? I'm going to have a little faith. And I want him to win. So I'm going to vote for D-Rod. I don't think he's going to win, but I would very much like him to win. So I'm going to vote for the D-Rod. Okay? And then we've got the actual co-main event of the evening, Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. Now, we saw Roman Kopylov do a nasty head kick and knocked out, I believe it was Calvin Kattar, wasn't it? No, I don't know. No, it wouldn't have been. I don't know who it was. Why would I think it was Calvin? He's not even middleweight, is he? Oh, I got my names mixed up. Maybe. I don't know, dude. I can't remember who he knocked out, but he knocked him out. And then we got Paulo Costa. The last time Paulo Costa fought was Sean Strickland, and he lost via decision. Paulo Costa has been saying he needs to bring back the old Paulo Costa and turn the eraser back on, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Roman Kopylov is a dominant force. He's a Russian. You know, not only does he have good sambo wrestling, but you know he's got good kicks and good punches. Paulo Costa's a funny guy. He used to be able to fight good. I don't know if he's got it anymore. I'm going to go for Roman Kopylov on this one. Okay, then the main card, the main event of the evening, Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. You already know I'm going for Dustin Poirier. There's no reason not to. If you're going for Max Holloway, I mean, I respect it, but I don't at the same time. Okay? We need our boy Dustin Poirier to win. We need Poirier to take this win. Come on, baby. Come on, people. We need Poirier on this one. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So that's it. Remember, if you want this fight prediction sheet for just yourself, okay, maybe you're just watching the fights yourself and you want to keep track, just get the sheet, dude. It's easy to keep track this way. It's got all the information you need. Even if you don't know about UFC, even if your friends don't know about UFC, they can use this sheet to their advantage. Okay, and I did even mention at the bottom of the sheet, you can fill out your total at the end. You can tally up your score, or tally up your points, make a little game out of it, huh? Have some fun. It's free. It's fucking free. I'm not charging a damn thing for it. It's in the description. Click the link in the description. Don't be shy.
Tap here to watch the full episode of the Dynamite Gizmo Podcast.